Gavin Newsome is at it again. Welcome to the channel, and let's just go.
But it was what they did during the fires. It's the full-on assault on reason, truth, trust.
Yeah, Trump did refuse to give wildfire aid to the fire victims, but not to sound like the fire aid is only there to help after. He couldn't have done anything during the fire because, once again, there wasn't no water in the fire hydrants. And Trump being Trump and who he is, he gave California two ultimatums. One of them was voter ID. Voter ID, we know voter fraud goes on across the nation from both sides. And the other ultimatum was the Delta smelt. Am I blaming the dry hydrants over a fish? Of course not. The reservoirs were broken and empty. so yeah, of course I'm not blaming the fish. Was it a factor? Possibly. Check this out. So most of Californian farms, they're up north. We do have some down south and some in central California, but most of them are up north. And if the farmers were in conflict over the water flow, what do you think, or how do you think the water flow looked by the time it went down to Southern California? Nah, it's not the fish fault. It's the overall policies that we have. Tennessee, be careful out there. I'm gonna finish off the fire segment. Afterwards, I'm gonna jump in to the next topic.
We were on our back legs and we had to pivot. I remember like 2 days in going, we have to do something radically noticeable.
Actions after the fact, they're not radical, they're expected. Next topic.
In many respects it is. It just depends which lens you see the world. I mean,
in a minute or so, I'll tell you what I see. Go on.
People talk about we crossed that threshold, that red line on authoritarianism. For you and me, no. For the Latino community in LA, full on. People quite literally aren't going to the graduations. They're not getting groceries. They're having other people drive them so they're not racially profiled in their cars.
I already touched on this on another video, but I'm gonna go ahead and give you a short recap. So we know how bills are. You get money for a bill, and for example, the mandate from the people, you get a bill and you receive money. When you receive that money, you have to spend that money, or you lose the money. So instead of making it easier for Donald Trump and deport the person or who he asked for, you redirected that same energy to the people he said he wasn't going to deport.
And these are masked people, unmarked cars, with no identification, grabbing people from their cars, in some cases smashing the windows.
Did you wait to veto the bill over views or public pressure? I kind of want to hear public pressure.
Economy. Think about California that's got to rebuild over 18,000 structures in the most devastating wildfire in American history, at least modern American history. In terms of new May. Yeah, 41% of California's workforce. Right. Texas and California, the highest percentage of immigrants and undocumented immigrants in their workforce in construction. Well, over 50% in California.
So this is what I see out of my lens and why I have an issue with illegal immigration. And one of those reasons is the prison population. Latinos make up 40% of the total prison population here in California. Hispanic women make up 37% of the population. And it's not looking good for black men. They're at 28%, black women are at 23%, white men are at 20%, and I don't see any numbers for white women. So do you think these numbers would be as high if illegal immigration wasn't a problem? That's what I see. That's what I see out of my lens. I see a lack of opportunity, and that opportunity is work. Next topic. This topic is about redistricting. This guy is willing to take away the people's will or their vote just for a party to stay in power. Next topic. And it's probably the only thing that I like is the Epstein files.
Do you think there's an Epstein list?
Comment, like,
I mean,
subscribe.
now I'm gonna start sounding conspiratorial, and all of a sudden now it disappears. Really, Trump? Show us. What do you got? Where's the transparency?